Hello, welcome to my world where all is well. I am the thinker who thinks the thoughts that create the things. Today is November the 29th, 2022, and it is 15:50 hours, 58 degrees and sunny today. Check out my fit. My dad, my pops, his name is Frederick Brown Smith in the Columbus, Georgia area. Gave me this shirt. Check out his store, Bakhile. Bakhile is originated from the continent of Africa. It means looking back to see your future. So welcome to a day in my life where I video blog my journey through my diagnosis with PTSD, social anxiety, and depression. This is very therapeutic for me, and I hope that it is a help to you. I started my day today praying for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. And then I read Proverbs 29 and 25, where you will find these words: "The fear of man bringeth a snare, but whoso putteth his trust in the Lord shall be safe." Proverbs 29 and 25. I just discovered how to be safe. Put your trust in the Lord. It's that simple, that easy. Trust in the Lord and you will be safe. If you trust in the Lord, you don't have to worry about being robbed. You don't have to worry about your bills. You don't have to worry about your groceries. You don't have to worry about your children. You don't have to worry about your parents, your friends, your loved one, because I trust in the Lord. And because I trust in the Lord, I know that the Lord is going to take care of everything that I'm loved and concerned about. They will all be safe and I will be safe because I put my trust in the Lord. It comes from the great book of Proverbs in the Bible. It says, "Who put his trust in the Lord shall be safe." It didn't say might be safe. It didn't say going to be safe. It didn't say will be safe. It didn't say about to be safe, or it didn't say based on how many times you pray. It didn't say based on how many times you worship me. It didn't say based on how many times you go to church. All it says is, hey, trust in me and you shall be safe. That's all I got to do. Okay, and then I did my meditation, and during my meditation, the thought that came to me was my soul is anchored. My soul is anchored in God. And I began to visualize about a tree and its roots, how the roots are anchored deep down in the ground, deep enough so it can get all the nutrients, the soil, the water that it needs for that tree to grow as thick and as wide as it want to be. Now, my soul is anchored in God. God is within me. So, as long as I'm focused on the God within me and anchor myself to that God within me, then now people be provided with the spiritual nutrients and the spiritual ingredients that I need to grow as thick and as wide and as long as I need to in God. Even when we lift our hands to worship, worshiping God is very intimate for me. I know a lot of people do it in church and large gatherings and things, but I feel a closer connection to God when I'm doing this by myself at home. And even when I'm lifting my hands, if I'm lifting my hands, I consider my hands as roots, and my roots are reaching out to God and it's anchoring to God, and God is grabbing hold to my hands and anchoring me and feeding me the nutrients that I need spiritually to feed my soul, because my soul is anchored in God. So God is within me, and I can also worship God in spirit and in truth and get those nutrients that I need by him taking hold of my hands while I'm in a posture of praise and worship and anchoring himself to me. He filling in the gaps between my hands. All you see is my 10 fingers, but between that gap is God's 10 fingers, and we are connected and anchored to each other. When you are anchored into something, when a ship is anchored, when it's anchored at sea, it's not moving anywhere. When you're anchored in God, I'm not moving anywhere. Nothing can separate me and God because we are anchored together. My soul is anchored in God. Isn't that beautiful? I had a night terror last night. I ended up calling my mom. I was so scared. That's one of the consequences or side effects of PTSD. And it was me, my mom, and my sister on the phone. They prayed with me and got me through it. I don't even remember what the night terror was about. All I remember was waking up literally scared and frightful and sweating and couldn't breathe. I was panicking. I had to call somebody. It literally felt like I was about to die. So if that was the case, I wanted my mommy to be the last voice I hear. I don't want to scare my children half to death. So got my mommy. And then I have severe panic attacks. So when I have panic attacks, I literally lose all function of my bodily fluids. I begin to throw up whatever's inside of me, and I lose the ability to control. I begin to how can I say it appropriately, but I lose function of my waist. And so it's horrible. I've been to a neurologist, and they're working with me along with the medicine I take. And I'm not going to tell you all the medicine I take, because for some reason, as soon as people find out my diagnosis, the next question is, well, what medicine you on? Ooh, I can use some of that. I need some of that. They want my medicine, which is crazy because I have it and I don't even want to take it because I don't like the way it makes me feel. It's like you're numb and out of it. But people like taking that stuff. It's just crazy. I'm grateful for my friend Queen Jasmine. Her name is Jasmine. I call her Queen Jasmine. She called me about a week or two ago, I guess. She said, Frida, I found you some money. I said, what? She said, yeah, go to missingmoney.com. So I went to missingmoney.com. You try it. Go to missingmoney.com. Put your name in there. And sure enough, there was some money there for me. Thank you, God. And they sent me my money. So I'm grateful. Thank you so much, Queen Jasmine. I love you very much. Today is Giving Tuesday. Today is Giving Tuesday. It's a lot of churches and organizations out there that I believe you should give to if you're in a posture and a position and prepared to give. But I would like to just mention one of them. And that's the Star Ministries in Columbus, Georgia, with my mother, the great, wonderful Reverend Pastor Dorothy Ruth Smith, who's working on her doctorate degree, by the way. Star Ministries, they're in need of getting their roof repaired. So if you could please donate something on this wonderful Giving Tuesday to Star Ministries, their cash app is $Star Ministries GA2. That's $StarMinistries GA2. Star Ministries GA2. So please consider giving to Star Ministries on this wonderful Giving Tuesday. Please vote. Please and thank you. Please vote. Try not to vote for the guy who said that vampires are wonderful people, but try to vote for the guy who has a PhD, who's a pastor, who talks like he got some sense. Please, let's vote for him. Thank you. I'm also still reading Unprotected by Billy Porter. I'm still in chapter 9. The portion I read today was about critics. You know how you read critics about movies and plays and books? I'm thinking you have to have some type of prerequisite, some type of a requirement or a resume to go along with you being a critic. Turns out, according to Billy Porter in his book, that there's no prerequisite or requirements to be a critic. Anybody can be a critic. So all you do is go to a play or a movie and criticize it. In New York Post or Washington Post or whatever magazine or newspaper you read, the AJC will post your opinion as a critic on this particular play or movie. And as I was reading that in there, I was like, you know what? My critics have no prerequisites. They have no requirements. They have no resume or anything that gives them a qualification to be my critic. In order to be my critic, you have to be me. I'm the only one qualified to be my critic because I know what I can and cannot do. I know my capabilities. So, I mean, look at it that way. Next time you read a critic, when you go to a movie or something and read the reviews, realize, hey, this is just a critic that has no prerequisite, no requirements, no qualifications to criticize this movie I'm about to watch. And anytime somebody criticizes you, think the same thing. Hey, what are your prerequisites? What are your qualifications? What gives you the right to criticize me? And once you realize that they have to be you to criticize you, then just wave that critic bye-bye. 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 what's his name? Jonathan Nelson got to say bye bye. Say bye bye to fears. Bye bye. Bye bye to worry. Bye bye. Bye bye to complaining. Bye bye. Say bye bye to all of that. Bye bye to all your critics. My food journal today is very low vibrational. I did not do well in the decisions I made today in my intake of food. I normally try to eat better food than worse food, but today, for some odd crazy reason, I don't know if because I had a night terror last night, but I made some horrible choices today. But I want to keep it real with you. Today I had Cheerios with the milk. Then I had water. Of course, I always drink water. I have my handy dandy water bottle right there. I had some Pepsi, buttered pecan ice cream. Now you know I don't need that. Honey barbecue chips. There's no reason for me to eat that. Fruit roll up. There's no reason for me to eat that. Now I did eat an apple. I forgot to put that on here because the apple, I just ate that before I started this, and I have some vegan burgers on the stove that I'm throwing out. I'm gonna make some vegan burgers for my wonderful dinner tonight. I did get my walking in, and I did do some weights. I lifted 3 reps, 10 reps, 3 sets of 10 reps of 10-pound weights. Please keep my mommy and my auntie in your prayers. They are both experiencing a health challenge, but they will both survive and win this challenge because all is well in my world. And my mommy and my auntie are both in my world. So, but if you could please lift their names up in prayer, I really would appreciate that. And I'm also grateful for my friend Dr. Edwin Kamara. Dr. Edwin Kamara made me some salmon balls. Now I don't know if I'm saying salmon right. I don't know if you say it with the L or without the L, but you know what I'm talking about. SALMON, some salmon balls. Very good. And I mean, when I crunched into it, a bit into it, whatever you want to call it, it's very delicious. I didn't even eat any sauce with it. I didn't need any. Whatever sauce you use, salmon balls, I just ate it plain. It was very good to me. I want to say happy birthday to my friend Lily. She's a corrections officer. Please be safe out there in the job that you do. I really appreciate your service. Happy birthday. Hope you have a wonderful day. And guess who turned 106 years old today? Francis Johnson out of Jacksonville, Florida. Happy birthday. 106 years old. That is beautiful. Happy birthday to Kamala Stevens. She is the precious wife of Dr. Matthew L. Stevenson of the All Nations Church Network. Hope you have a wonderful day today. Happy birthday to The Game. The Game is a rapper. I personally don't listen to too much rap, but I happen to have 3 kings. 2 of those kings listen to it. I couldn't name you not one song from him by now, but I'm sure I've listened to a few of his raps that I probably have liked or tried to dance to. I have no rhythm, but I do what I can do to the best of my ability. Happy birthday to Don Cheadle. I do know him, and there's a lot of movies and TV shows that he's in that I like. And happy birthday to the wonderful, late and great, and no longer physically active, but still present, Chadwick Boseman. Happy birthday, Chadwick Boseman. Rose Short. I don't know if you know it or not, but Rose Short is a singer who competed on one of these singing competition shows. She will be having a concert December the 17th at 8 p.m. at the Harker Heights Event Center in Texas. I hope you're able to make it because I can't. Hopefully she'll make it available where I can at least see it online. Hey, I got to get my Bakhile back up here. Looking back to see your future. Can't keep seeking that. I want you to see that. It's probably gonna be on my thumbnail too, I'm sure. Hart Ramsey said something today on Facebook that I like. It said, "May the Lord rescue your heart from compassion fatigue." Sometimes we are so filled, too much. We don't want to have too much of a good thing for other people where it becomes a bad thing for yourself. I was on YouTube a while ago and I was looking at this channel called Lottery Millionaire Stories, and this multi-millionaire gave too much of a good thing where it became a bad thing for her. She literally gave away most of all of her money, which caused her to have to file bankruptcy. When you give away too much of a good thing, it becomes a bad thing to you. So make sure you have an appropriate balance. The more compassion you give towards other people, make sure you have more for yourself. You can be compassionate towards someone or something or a situation, but make sure that you don't forget you. Say, hey, I need to be compassionate towards myself. I need sleep. I need water. I need food. I need time. I need space. Be compassionate towards the other people that may need money and water and time and space, or whatever they may need. But don't forget about you. Okay? CNN hero, it'll be airing, I can't remember, but sometime in December. They do it every year. Bobby Wilson. Bobby Wilson is an Atlanta urban farmer. Please vote. Vote for him to be one of the CNN heroes for this year. His name is Bobby Wilson. He's an Atlanta urban farmer. All you have to do is go to CNN.com or CNNheroes.com and just submit your vote. There was a 12-year-old boy tragically killed on the 17th Avenue Bridge in Atlanta. 12 years old. His name was Zion Charles. Him and a group of his friends were at the Atlantic Station past curfew. The curfew at Atlantic Station is 3 p.m. if you do not have a parent or a legal guardian with you. So the police and the security guards there sent him on the way with the group of other kids he was with. Either way, somebody came by and decided, made a horrible decision, a horrible action or deed to start spraying bullets, and he did not survive. Zion Charles. And as I was reading more to this, Zion Charles has a twin sister. It broke my heart as she was on TV crying. And Zion Charles' mother said she called the Atlanta Police Department over 30 times asking for help with her child. She knew her child was a delinquent minor, and she knew her child had a habit of breaking into cars and stealing people's things. So she said she reached out to the Atlanta Police Department over 30 times for help for her child, Zion, and was not able to receive that help for whatever reason. But I have a suggestion or solution. I'm also praying for the comfort and strength of the family members of Zion Charles. Next time a police officer or security guard at Atlantic Station see a child there past curfew, their 3 p.m. curfew without proper supervision, instead of shooting them off, sending them on their way, shooing them off the property, how about you grab a hold of that child? Get the information from that child of who their legal guardian is. Say, hey, who is responsible for you? If they have a contact number, call that parent and say, hey, do you know where your child is at? If that parent say no, say, okay, meet me right here with your child. He's here at Atlantic Station. And then cite the parent accordingly if you have enough to cite that parent or legal guardian for neglect. But make the parent come get the child. If the parent is unable to come get the child at that time, then take the child with you to the police station or somewhere safe. And then when the parent is able to, have the parent to pick up that child from the police department somewhere safe, instead of shooing them off the campus or the Atlantic Station shopping center area, where they might end up in worse, or in this case, tragic danger. Change your fear into preparation. Instead of fearing that your car is going to be broken into, prepare yourself in a way to prevent your car from being broken into. Lock the doors, make sure your windows are up, take your keys with you. Don't leave anything visible inside of your car that would give anybody any reason to get inside of your car. I don't even leave loose change in my car. Homeless people were breaking your car for that loose change just so they can get a can of beer. I don't even, when my third king was a little smaller, I didn't leave his car seat in the car. I don't try to leave anything visible in my car. Change your fear into preparation. Whatever it is that you have a fear of, prepare yourself in a way where you no longer have to fear that situation, because you prepared yourself in a way not to be able to be dealing with the fear of it. If you fear your house gonna be broken into, get you a security gate or security locks, a camera system. Get any type of deterrent. What you call those motion detector lights? Get you some deterrence. Prepare yourself. Put yourself in a situation where you don't have to worry about that fear as much. Also, I watched 48 Hours, season 36, episode 6. It was called The Snapchat Clue. This girl was dating this guy, and I didn't know. I don't have Snapchat. I've never had Snapchat. Don't have Snapchat. I've never had Snapchat, but apparently you can put it where you can track your girlfriend or boyfriend's location. So this girl, because her boyfriend had cheated on her before, she said, okay, I'll give you another chance, but you have to allow me to track you so I know where you are at all times for my comfort and strength on Snapchat. So he gave that access to her. Unfortunately, this same young man made a horrible decision to kill his parents. So the girlfriend went to the police and gave them access to where her boyfriend was located at these particular times. So they used where he was at to locate the remains of his parents and said, hey, you were here at this time and we have found your parents' remains at the places where you were at. So that's how they caught him. 48 Hours, season 36, episode 6. I found it interesting, so watch it at your leisure if you so desire to do so. I also listened to a podcast today called Our American Stories. It was talking about the story behind building the Brooklyn Bridge. Did you know that the Brooklyn Bridge was once considered the 8th wonder of the world? The History Guy, he has a YouTube channel. The History Guy did this podcast with Lee Hableeb on Our American Stories. I found it fascinating and interesting how they connected Manhattan to Brooklyn. And I have not personally been to New York, but when I go, I would love to be able to walk across it. The Brooklyn Bridge was once the most photographed structure in the world. It used to be the Brooklyn Bridge. I found out a lot of interesting facts about the Brooklyn Bridge. My poor dear Falcons lost against the Commanders this past weekend. So keep them in your prayers. Please do. Thank you. Appreciate it. Today is Electronic Greeting Day. Now, I don't know if I've ever in my life ever sent an electronic greeting to anybody. But if you have a person that likes to send electronic greeting cards, today is your day. Today is Electronic Greeting Day. Send somebody an electronic greeting and wish them a wonderful day today. Hopefully it'll make them smile. A song I've had on rotation all day today is called Satisfied by Todd Dulaney and Smokey Northfield. I am satisfied with you. Satisfied with you. Very good song. I love it. Guess what today is also? Today is my Give, Save, Live Day. Give, Save, Live. I have my handy dandy envelope box with 150 envelopes. Guess how much money? 5, 6, 7. I have $9. Look how wonderful the Lord God has blessed me. God has blessed me with $9. Guess what I'm about to do with this $9? I'm going to give $9. I'm going to save $9. And I'm going to live off of $9 today. Now, what does that mean? What I do in my Give, Save, Live program is I open up my handy dandy envelope box, and it has the number 9 on my envelope. So I put $9 inside of this and I save it. So I'm gonna put my $9 in here and I'm gonna properly seal it. Take that off. I'm gonna seal it and I'm gonna put my envelope in the back. So that's my $9 that I have saved. Now I'm going to give $9. If you would like $9, there's a lot of creative ways or creative things or creative ideas you can do at $9. I have no idea if you can buy a Happy Meal or lunch or something for $9 nowadays. If so, do something. But if you would like to be the recipient of $9 that I'm giving away today, just comment in this comment that you would like the $9 and what you would do with it. I'm going to check my comment areas in 24 hours from now. Right now it's 1400 hours. So tomorrow around 1400 hours, I will check the comments. And if I have any, I will be giving away the $9 to whatever comment I choose. If not, then I will be giving away the $9 to someone and whoever else. live off of $9, which means I'm going to spend $9 on myself today. I don't know if I order me a pizza or something, but I'm going to do something for $9 for myself today. And I think that's beautiful. I did put in my numbers today on the wonderful Georgia Lottery app. For cash 3, I put in 917, 916, and 976. For cash 4, I put in 4589, 4591, and 5891. I pray these numbers hits. It's enough for all of us to win. So if you desire to to choose these numbers or mix them up however way you would like to do it, I pray that you win as well. It's enough for all of us. Have any of y'all done any holiday shopping? Friday was Black Friday. Saturday was Small Business Saturday. Sunday was Charity Sunday. Monday was Cyber Monday. And today is Tuesday, Giving Tuesday. So I hope you were able to save money and get your shopping done. And I hope you're satisfied and didn't get into any debt. And I pray all is well in your shopping world. My affirmation for today is there is a yes connected to my name. There is a yes connected to my name. There's a yes to wisdom, a yes to knowledge, and a yes to understanding to my name. A yes to all that I desire is connected to my name. There's also a yes, Lord, connected to my name. Because I want to be able to say yes, Lord, to whatever it is that he asks me to do. Because once I do that, I already know that God is going to say yes to whatever it is that I desire. And make plain. Write the vision, make it plain. God to say yes to it. But there is a yes connected to my name. Try to tune in to who you are. Don't be focused on tuning in to who anybody else is, to who your neighbor is, to who your sister is, your brother is, to what your teacher doing, to what your preacher doing. Tune in to you. Focus in on you. Just sit back and breathe in God. Breathe in you. Tune into who you are. Okay? You matter. You matter so much. Okay? And pay attention to what is dominant in your life. Because whatever is dominant in your life would win. You ever went to church, people testify and they start with the devil is busy. The devil is so busy. The devil is busy. That tells me that the devil being busy is what is dominant in your life. So when I hear you say the devil is busy, that tells me that the devil is winning in your life. But guess what? God is busy. God is so busy. Every time I hear somebody say the devil is busy, I say God is busy. I say it out loud if it's appropriate to do so, or I say it within me. You know, if it's better to do so that way. But God is busy. God is my dominant focus and attention in my life. I pay attention to what is dominant in my life. And what is dominant in my life will win. God being busy in my life is dominant in my life. God being busy in my life is how I win that life. God is busy. God is busy. That's my dominant thought. Okay? Be more aware of what you want. Don't focus on what you don't want. I don't want this PTSD. God knows I don't. I don't want this social anxiety. God knows I don't want it. I don't want this depression. But that's not my focus. My focus is on what I do want. You know what I want? I want wisdom. I want knowledge. And I want understanding. I believe I already got it. I want more wisdom. I want more knowledge. I want more understanding. So I'm aware of that. And I'm aware of the areas where I lack the wisdom. I'm aware of the areas where I lack the knowledge. I'm aware of the areas where I lack the understanding. So in those areas, that's where I try to pray, meditate, research, and study in those areas where I want more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. I'm not researching PTSD, social anxiety, or depression. Maybe I should, since I have the diagnosis. I don't know if it's healthy for me to research. All I know about PTSD and these night terrors and social anxiety and being anxious is what my doctors tell me. But I cannot recall ever Googling PTSD, social anxiety, and or depression. Not that I recall. I honestly cannot recall Googling that because that's not my focus. That's not what's dominant in my life. That's not what I want to pay attention to. So I want to be more aware of what I want, which is wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So that's my focus. And I truly believe that the more wisdom, knowledge, and understanding that comes to me, the more prosperity I have in every area of my life. Not only just financially, but I will prosper in good health. I will prosper in my emotional health. I will prosper mentally. I will prosper physically. Okay? Thank you for joining me. I want to end with my serenity prayer. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Thank you for joining me in my world where all is well. You have a wonderful day.